Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be taking you over my $450 gaming PC build for the month of October 2016. This PC will destroy near everything you throw at it at 1080p and achieve 60 FPS in many of the most recent AAA titles. So as always, don't forget to hit that like button and to subscribe. Let's get right into the build. For the processor, I chose the Intel Core i3-6100. It's part of the Skylake architecture, which is Intel's latest release into the CPU market. It has 2 cores with 2 threads all clocked at a very modest 2.7 GHz. This chip is very powerful despite it only having 2 physical cores, as it can edit and game with a breeze. The reason I went with this chip over a true quad core from AMD is mainly because of upgradability. With the i3 being on the Skylake architecture, you can pop in a Core i5 or Core i7 down the line if you feel the need to. For the motherboard, I went with the most budget-oriented LGA1151 board, which is the Gigabyte GA H110M-A. Despite the price of this board, it still does have some very nice features bundled into it, like USB 3.0 headers and SATA 6GB per second ports to get the most speed out of your drives. For the RAM, I chose a single 8GB stick of Avexir core series that's clocked at 2400 MHz. The single DIMM will populate one of the slots on the motherboard, so you could always install another in the future if you feel the need to. Also, the Avexir RAM features an LED light bar on the heat spreader to personalize the color scheme of your build. For the hard drive, I went with the Seagate Barracuda with 1TB of storage. With 1TB of storage to put your OS, games, movies, and music on, it's going to be more than enough to last you for quite a while. For the graphics card, I went with the AMD RX 460. I chose the model with a frame buffer of 4GB of GDDR5 VRAM as opposed to the 2GB model because nowadays it's always better to have a 4GB frame buffer. This card will run almost any game at 1080p and 60 FPS and should provide for comfortable 1080p gaming for years to come. For the case, I went with the Fractal design Core 1100. It's a micro ATX form factor case, which means it will support motherboards all the way up to micro ATX. It also has quite a bit of room for cable management to make it easy if this is your first build. And finally, to power the system, I chose the EVGA 430W. This is a very solid power supply with an 80+ certification rating and enough power to handle a graphics card upgrade or a CPU upgrade in the future. And now, let's get into some benchmarks. For CSGO at 1080p, on the low preset you should be seeing 160 FPS, on the medium 135, on high 101, and on the ultra settings 85 FPS. Next, for Battlefield 1 at 1080p, on the low preset you should be seeing 100 FPS, on the medium 83, on the high 60, and on the ultra preset 55 FPS. And finally, for Overwatch, on the low preset you should be seeing 120 FPS, on the medium 100, on the high 75, and on ultra 63 FPS. And that concludes this $450 gaming PC build for the month of October 2016. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please drop a like down below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, bye.